What's up, everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Witcher 2, and last time, we got captured, again, and we escaped, again, and now I've made it back to town to offload some of the many things that we had in our inventory that were weighing us down, so we can now finally run again. We are also back in town at night for the first time, and it does seem as though there might be people out here now that we didn't see in the past. So that's a little intriguing. But most notably, I think, is that if we look at our journal, we have the leader of the town, or whatever his technical title is, invited us to stop by his place once it became night. And I don't exactly know where that is, but I'm hoping that if we do this and put it on our minimap, we can find it. Because I don't fully know what to expect there. I mean, it does seem like that would be one of the main-ish quest things, given how he was the primary person who stopped us, or stopped our friends from hanging. That's pretty important. This is. No? That isn't.
I'll be damned.
Something over here, though. I'm not sure I understand what it is. I feel like it might be at a different elevation? Possibly? Alright, not sure what that indicator is all about. But anyways. Yeah, so I know it isn't directly related to the... Oh, hold on. What am I doing? I'm going the wrong way. Not directly related to the K-Rin, which seemed like it was originally the thing that we were thinking of targeting next, but where is this guy? Is he actually? He is the person on that indicator, isn't he? And it seems as though maybe we do need to go up and around in order to reach that elevation. Like we do something to get up here?
We'll wait out here.
Make it quick.
What is this about? Huh? I mean, I know this is the edge of town, but it seemed as though in order to get to this guy, I might have to go up some stairs or something, and I was expecting them to be right there. But they are not. And therefore, I am wondering how I reach it. Unless he's actually one of these people flying around here, but I don't think that's the case. Oh, here we go. Okay. Up here.
True enough.
Oh.
Sometimes you just gotta grit your teeth
Well,
and bite back
it's
later.
locked. Will you guys let me through?
What?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
Leave your weapon here.
Guard it with care. It's very valuable.
Don't you dare
Wait,
lose
Wolf.
it.
I need to talk to the
Whoa!
commandant too.
Where'd you
You
come from?
going inside or not?
Listen, friend. I'm an officer and you're a runt. And when I say jump, you will not only...
Come on, Roach.
With these cunts, Laredo can protect the poor from a
Language.
drunk lumberjack, let alone Yorveth.
He's succeeded so far, Roach.
A ballista. The bastard's got a ballista. You know the power of this weapon.
Might have
It's
cut him off a
armed,
little bit.
strengthened with bronze plates and strung with horsehair. It can propel heavy bolts up to a mile.
We are
away.
quite familiar with ballistas.
Yeah, an experienced crew can release 2 bolts each minute, but it can't hit the same spot twice because it recoils and shifts. I've heard that somewhere before.
Right.
Where did you learn about ballistae?
I knew someone who knew a bit about them.
Unimportant. We need to damage it if we don't want to be at Laredo's mercy. They're all drunk here now. I'll provoke the guard.
Relax, Roach. I don't want to fight this rabble again.
As long as that weapon's operational, no one will sail this section of the Pontar without Laredo's express permission.
I'll handle this. Go have a drink.
Good.
Nothing better than a fireside feast.
So, it does appear as though this is an entirely separate part of town, which I did not realize was the case.
Add flour into the mix and it doesn't get...
I guess it's just this little area up here? We were seen on the minimap, but I guess I didn't expect there to be much of anything.
Come here, lass.
Do I want to know? I may not. That's the ballista. I'm assuming we don't want to run straight at it, because that's a little too obvious.
That one struts about as if he were the king himself. As if he were the king
Sniffing
himself.
around like dogs in a rubbish dump.
Oh,
What do you need, ugly?
excuse me? I also oh, okay, well I think I may be able to guess your occupation, and that might be what this is tied to. We'll give it a shot.
I wanted to surprise my friend, the sad-looking guy by the ballista.
Ah, okay.
Some idiot wanted me to read him poems recently. Extravagance, as I say it. I didn't like it.
I was thinking of something a little more traditional.
You could call it that.
What would you have me do?
I mean, my guess is that if we were to talk to other people, we would have a little more context here. We're kind of jumping straight into things and maybe missing out on that a little bit, so maybe we would hear a little bit more about her quote-unquote specialty, if you know what I mean. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Just go with your specialty.
All right, it'll be my standard
Probably
rate.
exorbitantly
Draw him away
expensive.
from the ballista while you're at it.
Slap me hard and call me stupid. Trying to put one by me? That'll cost you more.
Really?
How's that?
Surcharge on special requests. Those are the rules.
Let me think it over.
So I think this is a bride, or in this case, just pay up. That might be helpful though, because I'm guessing, although she hasn't explicitly given us a price, my guess is that that is a pretty crazy expensive price that she's going to give us.
A favor for a favor?
There is one thing you could do
All right,
for
go
me.
on.
And that is?
Myron and Alphonse, two of Laredo's thugs. Give them a good thrashing, and I'll even blow...
I
Okay,
stirred up enough
that's
trouble
enough.
as it is during the execution.
No need to stir trouble. Just humiliate them some ways.
Consider it done.
Okay, that can be arranged. Can you give me more information if I push further?
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Not just
Okay.
yet.
Just confirming.
Haven't had this good a
Byron
time in
and
ages.
Alpha.
That's true.
You know, they say witches.
Oh, yeah, so, in case it wasn't clear, that was the occupation that I was assuming that person we were just talking to had. You are a humongous person.
Oh, you are a fat, dirty, rotten
Well,
scum.
there's one.
Blow 'em all, blow 'em all.
And I'm assuming this person whose name is currently not showing up is probably the other. Will you shut up?
You've had your song.
Sniffing around
Care
like
for some
dogs.
real diversion?
There's Roach.
Did you hear?
We're gonna also
Two big
just
shots
generally
arrived. Wonder what they
try to
want.
see if there's anything else of note here. This is a new
Nothing
area.
Better than a fireside feast.
There's the ballista.
Except a fireside
Okay, so it
feast
does seem
and
like this
trophies
might be
amounts
more or
of
less
liquor.
it.
Add
Myron.
Myron to the mix and it doesn't get any better.
Don't see the Alphonse guy, but
Accommodates provided in-
give this a shot.
freaks.
And I don't like oafish no-necks.
What do you want, mutant?
See, I'm terrible at the arm wrestling thing. So we can give this a shot, but if this is our only hope, then I'm not very optimistic, quite frankly. I've only tried it once before, and I was abysmal.
To try my luck. Arm wrestling.
I'm gonna crush you.
You
mutant.
probably will.
Save the boasting till later. Let's
Do I
do
even
this.
remember how to do this?
True.
Keep it
Come here,
inside the
lads.
range.
Story for you.
Not like that, not like that.
I'll not left an ear for less than 10 orange.
Better than what I had before. Oh, I overdid it. I overdid it. I overdid it. I overdid it.
Nothing better than a fireside
Come on,
feast.
come on. Oh, I ruined it. I ruined it. I ruined it. No.
Add flour into the
No.
mix and it doesn't get any better.
Luckily, the accommodates
Ah.
provided all.
True.
So close, and I spoiled
You're
it.
weak. A lame mutant. Downright pitiful.
So long as he can
I
afford
hope
to.
that wasn't our only
I'll
opportunity
not
to
left
do
an
something
ear for
to
less than 10
embarrass him.
orange.
Another shot.
Got strength enough for another round?
Give it a go. It was better than I was expecting, quite frankly. A lot better.
Haven't had this good a time.
But
in
this could be a little while.
True.
You know this one. A little apple skipping down
I'm,
the path.
you know,
Plow 'em all.
still not terribly confident. Gains momentum so quickly. As soon as I start going red, he just takes over.
You've had your song.
There we go.
Care for some
Whew.
real diversion?
Was worried. As soon as he started to gain momentum again, I wasn't sure if we would pull it
I
off.
know.
Was that enough?
Haven't had this good a time in ages.
That's true.
So where is the other dude that we are supposed to speak to? Got you.
Oh, you are fat, dirty, rotten scum. Plow more. Do that again.
Alright, oh, I think it's you.
What you want?
Oh god, that haircut. I need to arm wrestle you as well?
I was looking to test my strength.
I think this is a different guy.
What do I stand to gain?
Nothing, because I'll thrash you.
Oh.
And if I win?
You'll have beat a Witcher, so I guess that gets you bragging rights.
Are you that Geralt fella? The Grey
I
Wolf?
but okay.
Right. Let's begin.
Alright, are you gonna be
About
roughly
yourself.
the same difficulty?
Care
I
for
have
some
no
real
idea.
Diversion.
Ooh, almost got off to a very bad stop. Bad start. Come on, keep it up. Alright.
Better than a fireside feast.
I hesitate to say that I'm getting the hang of
Set
it.
to fireside.
Damn the dogs! The old man got me. I need to eat. Build up a bit.
Add plough into the mix and it.
Alright, Margarita. You saw that.
Accommodates provided it all.
Myron and Alphonse.
Teach them a lesson yet?
Of course.
All right. I'm off to give the boys some diversion.
Okay.
True. Come here, lass. Your uncle's got a story for you.
So long as he can afford to tell it. I'll not lend an ear
I'll
for less
just
than 10
sneak
orans.
up a little bit behind her.
Care for a little diversion, brave one?
I'm on duty.
Oh, come on. Your comrades are well at it having their fun.
Haven't had
Why
this
should
good a
you be
time in
any worse?
ages.
That's
Right.
true.
Let's
You
go.
know this one.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nothing to see here. Give you a second to fully walk away. Maybe, possibly. Is that sufficient? I suppose so.
Care for some real diversion.
Could conquer all.
Seems like it. Yeah. It wouldn't have given us that update otherwise, right? And I assume probably talk to Roche at this point.
The list is decommissioned.
Perfect. Let's go see
Haven't had
Lorito.
this good a time in ages.
Just wondering if there's
No
anything over here.
passage.
Why?
That's true.
You know this one.
Something back there? I mean, why else would you be guarding just a narrow passage to nowhere, right? Why would you be guarding that if there wasn't actually something significant over there?
Lorito's busy with that witch Sheila. Come back later.
Geralt, let's wait downstairs in the yard.
You've had yourself. Care for some real
Okay. Don't know what to make of that. What are you getting at here, Roach?
They say witches have no need to.
Yes?
Do we wait until the Honorable Lady is done with the Venerable Hick?
Waste of time. Looks like a good number of Flotsam's town watchmen are here.
What are you
We should look
implying?
around. Did you see that arbalist behind the house? I'll get his attention. Give him something to think about. Why don't you find out what they're guarding? so
Okay.
closely?
What I was
My
wondering.
apologies, gentlemen. I could not help overhearing your conversation.
What are you eavesdropping for?
In point of fact, it's a matter for the Witcher. I have an offer.
Alright, shoot.
An offer. Interesting.
I suspect you did not come to Flotsam for pleasure alone.
You suspect right.
Do you know about the monster in the river?
Hard not to. Maybe.
Might have heard something.
I expect someone will hire you to deal with it sooner or later. Thus, I presume that
Stop presuming, expecting, and concluding. Just tell me what you want.
our honored host is in possession of part of a trap, built especially for the beast.
Heard
in
something
question.
about this, yeah.
Go on.
Around back, there's a storage area where Lorito keeps the treasures he confiscates from merchants and travelers. There are heaps of things out there.
Let me guess. You know exactly where I need to look.
Precisely. I saw Lorito's men carrying the contraption across the garden in a crate. They placed it on a platform by the wall, beyond which lies the craftsman's district.
Why are you telling me?
Why? We need to be rid of the beast as soon as possible. Good luck.
All right. I'll distract the guard. You sneak behind the house.
Brilliant as ever.
Okay, see, but stealth has never really been my thing.
Soldier, report to me immediately.
One second. Roach, could you, like, lead him a little further away? Stealth.
What do you want?
Up there is still very much this guy. Oh, can I take him out from behind? Oh. Ooh, hello. You are taking a whiz. You were taking a whiz. You are still making the sound effects from it. Oh, I need to loot you? Perhaps get a key? I don't have a key. Get through this door. Oh, 50. Didn't see that coming. Maybe more guys up here? No. Also, where do I go from here? Come down? I feel like that. Oh, to get around the wall. Okay, gotcha. Yep. Thought we were continuing to try to go up. Just trying to make sure we're not jumping down directly in front of line of sight of somebody. I did see someone over here. Okay, she's up there. Are we supposed to avoid her as well? Or is that our target? Because obviously that is the lady that the leader dude is trying to talk to. Is this guy going to make his way all the way over here? He might. Not quite. I think we need to go here. Is anyone behind me? When's our moment to go? Oh, hold on. Might be now, quite frankly. Pretty sure this is where we were at the beginning. Yeah, it definitely is. So, 0 progress made. I think I want to pop you on the back of the head, though. Get in here? It's probably gonna be locked. Yeah. I assume the guys that we stun stay stunned. You know, the fact that I just kicked that bucket. Definitely not a symbol. What is to come? Definitely not. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come back, and I'm gonna bop him on the head as well. Assuming that he cannot see me where he's about to go. That is nerve-wracking how close he sounds. Hello! I really don't like that you're kind of changing your route here. You could, like, walk right next to me but not see me so that I could commence the bopping. It's kind of what I'm waiting for you to do. Now I'm skeptical as to whether you're actually going to do that or not. Oh, this is not where we want to be. 'Cause that's about to happen.
In Flotsam, we cut the hands off thieves.
I was looking for the privy.
You're lucky the Commandant wants to see you.
Hey, uh-oh.
Commandant, sir. We caught the witcher sneaking around the garden.
Bring him in and leave.
Yes, sir.
We were just discussing a certain matter. You here on business too?
The Commandant wanted to see me.
In that case, I shall leave you to it.
Finally.
They didn't want to let me in while the sorceress was here.
Did you see her? Made up like a whore on parade day. They think they can do anything, those sorceresses. I heard what happened in Temeria.
I wonder if we might have been able to
Your
talk
name's
to her
not
solo
warrant.
before
It's
talking to this guy.
unfortunate, though nothing
Had we
which
been
impede
successful
our
with our
dealings.
sneaking?
See, I'm the law round here, and the law needs to know what the legendary White Wolf's doing in this cesspit.
I feel like we ought not to trust this guy just yet. He's just a little too... filthy? No, that's the wrong word. He's just He's just not trustworthy, quite simply. I mean, yes, he did help us not have our friends hang, but still, I mean, that's a pretty low bar.
That's no concern.
But he's probably gonna get all full of pride and be like, yeah, you gotta tell me everything. Yeah.
Let me help you, Geralt.
Okay, I guess we need to tell him.
I'm looking for the man responsible for Foltest's death.
Here?
I know the Scoia'tael had a hand in it too. It's their trail I followed to Flotsam.
Lucky you found Bernard Laredo, then. If you're telling the truth, Yorveth's got raw blood on his hands. I can help you find him.
I mean, it's not him, but Yorveth presumably would bring us very close to the Kingslayer. I am kind of curious why you don't trust Roach, but yeah, let's lead with that, because that's actually, I feel like this is the primary question, and we might miss out on this if we lead off with that one first.
What about Vernon Roach? Why didn't you let him in?
Roach? Know the aura that surrounds him? Men like him act first and think
It's not
later.
that bad.
And when they act, almost inevitably innocent blood flows. I trust you're on our side.
Whose side is that?
That of the people of Flotsam, of course. Terrorized by the elven bandits for years now.
I mean, for the most part, don't want to get involved in that. That's small potatoes compared to what we're going for. But that's gonna get him mad.
A local conflict, none of my business.
You killed some elves on the riverbank outside Flotsam.
We were attacked.
You failed to understand.
It's you who doesn't understand, Laredo. To tell you the truth, I'm not human.
You an elf? A dwarf? No, talking bollocks. I piss on the fact that they call you freak for your white hair and glowing eyes. You're a human like any other. We're fighting a war. And you, my friend, cannot straddle the fence.
Doesn't mean we can't try. I know we went pro-human in Witcher 1, but that was largely because I didn't think it was possible to actually, quote-unquote, ride the fence for the entire time.
Your point, Commandant?
You're a witcher. Your job is to protect the simpletons from monsters. I protect them from the danger that lurks amongst the trees.
And yeah, you're not actually referring to monsters, you're referring to non-humans. I mean, that's probably, again, just gonna get him mad, so we'll say this.
I see where this is going.
Yorveth's no better than a monster that attacks those who go out to gather kindling. Matter of fact, he's worse. He's smarter and crueler.
How do we get him?
I don't want you to kill him. Even you don't have a hope against his entire force. I have an idea, but I'd rather not go into it now. The squirrels are up to something. Every night their scouts come closer. I suspect they plan to attack the barge moored in the port.
That would probably mean that you should tell me immediately, not wait for them to attack.
What do you want me to do?
As long as Yorveth remains free, humans, elves, and dwarves will live alongside each other in deep distrust. I've got to learn what the pointy-eared rat is planning.
How am I supposed to get that information?
You underestimate me, Witcher. True, I have my prejudices, but I'm not blinded by them.
Convince me.
Take your friend Zoltan, for instance. He contacted Yorveth.
How can Zoltan help if he can't go outside the walls?
Step by step, Geralt. That's how you build trust. You could start by tending to a problem we have. A beast. The Kairin has blocked all boat traffic. I'm losing tolls. That is, the trading post.
Yeah, I mean, trading post, not me.
Kill the Kairin and I'll declare your friends acquitted of their crimes. Then Zoltan can take you to see Yorveth.
Okay, so deal with the Kairin, and then we end up talking to you. And you actually help us get to the Kingslayer. That makes some sense. I mean, I'm not necessarily sure that we're going to kill Yorveth, because, like I was saying, it's not really him that we want to get. I mean, if he's a means to the Kingslayer, as we presume he is, then that'd be helpful, but we don't necessarily need to take him out in order to take out the Kingslayer. And, I mean, I suppose we may not even need to take out the Kingslayer as much as just imprisoning him, capturing him, so that he no longer is up to his king-slaying ways, but maybe that's wishful thinking.
I'll talk to Zoltan.
I trust you'll make the right decision. Farewell.
Okay, so, I mean, I know we did get caught there, and that does make me disappointed because I know we came quite close to making it through, or at least it seemed like it. And this is, I'm assuming, the window that we saw the sorceress hanging out of. But I do wonder what we might have been able to get had we been successful.
Any news from
I
me,
did not
Witcher?
realize I was talking to you again, but I suppose we could ask you a few other questions.
Soldiers for such a small trading post.
Bandits swarm to trading routes like flies to shit. Only troops can guarantee some order here. We're the last Temerian outpost in this area, and we'll not give in to a bunch of elves.
I guess you're finding it hard to get rid of Yorvith.
He's stubborn, it's true, but he's met his match. And I'm not about to leave Flotsam to the same fate as the other towns and villages the Scoia'tael burnt to the ground. The citizens of Flotsam owe the elves nothing. They built their homes and workshops with their own hands in the wilderness, not on the ruins of an elven town. If need be, we'll remind the Longears where they belong.
Alright. In case it wasn't clear, we definitely do hate the elves. And the Scoia'tael, generally speaking. Okay, so... I mean, we did kind of get teleported up here earlier. You're probably not going to let me through.
Entry only on the Commandant's express orders. Off you
Yeah, I
go.
figured that would probably happen. What I was getting at, though, is that we don't actually know what's over here. And how we were just teleported in here. Speed walks is not really fair to say. So this would be, oh yeah, this was the door that we started to go through before we were sneaking around back. Oh, well, obviously the thing we were trying to do, oh, hello, again.
No passage.
Obviously the thing we were trying to do down here was acquire the trap. I suppose that is almost certainly the thing that we missed out on in that case. Would have been nice. I'm assuming that we won't be able to give that another shot, that we just screwed up. My bad, in that case. We did successfully derail the ballista, so I suppose that is something, but that was going to be a useful tool against Karen.
Turned me away at the door, the bastard.
Speaking of which, you could, like, leave the door open for me? That would be nice. Yeah, so I messed up some of that stuff.
Don't forget
Sorry,
your
Rogue.
weapons on the way out.
Apparently it was enough to level up, though. Okay, I think you are giving me the option now to get everything back. And I noticed that, I mean, this seems weird, but Gwalhir was the weapon that we were using in Witcher 1 that we carried over. And it was pretty good in The Witcher 1, so I was assuming that carried over into The Witcher 2 it would be equally powerful. But it seems as though Robust Longsword, generic as that sounds, is actually better. Just look at the damage numbers here. 9 to 13 on Gwalhir. Robust Longsword is 13 to 18. Plus damage reduction on block, I assume that means we are using our block that we reduce damage, and not that we deal less damage if our opponents block. That would be a little bit counterproductive. There's also this one. This is another sword that we technically, I think, dropped during the Witcher 1 playthrough, but still somehow managed to carry over, and it similarly has less damage than the whatever robust sword that we are now using. So, I mean, if it's more effective, then it's more effective. And let's see, now that we have leveled, now that we know, we do in fact need to connect to the stuff that is connected to the points that we've already spent. I believe that means that we more or less have no choice but to go with dagger throwing. I mean, we might be able to go with the second point on some of these things here. So I would probably prefer that over the dagger throwing. I'm not a huge fan of that. Just seemed a little too finicky from the tutorial. but we will not have access to the other areas of the skill tree until we do this, I don't think. So, might mean that we just bite the bullet for now in order to do just that. And it seems like that's the case. So now we will be able to use points in the skill, or in the swordsmith and magic and alchemy stuff. I mean, it's probably going to be mostly swordsmith that we take from, I would think. I have spent basically 0 time looking at this side of the tree, though, because we haven't had access to it until now. But that's an exciting thing for us to look forward to, at least for our next level. We need to find a sample of the Kayron's mucus in its lair. I'm guessing that was the thing that Triss was talking to us about a while ago. You guys were here before, were you?
About what, new boy?
Me? Going somewhere.
What now?
You look like bandits. Made me think that we might have been able to start a little bit of a ruckus if we were talking to you. Maybe get something out of it, but apparently not. In which case, we'll keep on moving. Totally didn't think that that was a door. There is... Chris?
Greetings.
Hello? Oh, you're the guy from the shop, aren't you? I see there are people with the green marker there, which is the side quest thing, although we did start that quest, I think, already. That one was basically the one for shutting down his shop. Alright, but let's take a closer look across the board at what we have here. We have the Kayron, which has several different components. Ghosts appear for the first time in this story in Flotsam. We haven't seen any sign of ghosts thus far. In a house standing in the depths of the forest. Let us start at the very beginning. It all began when Geralt was talking with Cedric. I vaguely... Oh, the elf guy we met in the little treehouse. The elf told him about 2 men who had headed for a ruined mansion, a place where the mentally ill had once been kept. Never came back. The Witcher was intrigued, decided to see what happened to them. Okay, that does sound familiar. In spite of the events, Geralt had not forgotten his profession. Witchering, which apparently is a thing, was his prime source of income. So when he learned that the Flotsam authorities had posted a bounty for exterminating Neckers, he accepted the job immediately. I don't know what a Necker is. Before he began, he decided to learn more about the vicious creatures. He began looking for books about Neckers and searching for the creatures to observe their behavior. There's a chance we already have one of those books and I just haven't read it yet. These all appear to be Witcher contracts here. I'm gonna skip over them a little bit. Melina? Geralt was wandering around Lobinden, which I think is the little town on the outskirts of here. Outskirts of Flotsam near the forest. When he noticed several guards harassing an elven woman, Melina. Guards seemed to be hurling grave accusations at her. Ever sensitive to displays of intolerance, the Witcher decided to investigate. The elf stood accused of spying for the Scoia'tael and leading guards into an ambush. It was a grave accusation, and if she turned out to be guilty, she would be executed. Geralt decided to look into the case. He headed for the cave where the missing guards had gone. He wanted to find out more about their fate. Okay, Assassin of Kings, this is presumably the primary thing. Just outside Flotsam, Geralt saw Foltest's murderer once more. The assassin was in company of Yorveth, the commander of a Scoia'tael unit. This was surely no coincidence, and as it would turn out later, the encounter was deliberately staged indeed. Staged, you say? Okay, I'm not sure if I would have gone that far, but sure. From that moment on, the Witcher began to wonder if he could use the elven leader to get to the assassin. I would assume so, and it seems as though that's the avenue we're going to take. The Kayron, matter of price, so similar to the Kayron. I'm surprised this isn't showed up under the Kayron. Sorceresses never do anything out of the kindness of their hearts for the simple reason that they have stones instead of hearts. Oh. Sheila, apparently that's how you pronounce it, based on, I think, what Commandant was saying before, said she had enough of talking and wouldn't lift a finger against the monster until the price of the contract was set. The artless Witcher would never have thought to do things that way. I mean, it is generally it's probably a good thing to do. Otherwise, you fight the thing, you're like, oh man, I risked my life for this. Oh, yeah, thanks, Geralt. Here's 5 orens. That's what happens when you don't agree on a price at the onset. Let's see, but where were we? But since Sorceress lifting her finger can be mighty helpful in any situation, particularly ones that involve killing huge monsters, our hero went to haggle with the merchants at the harbor. Oh, at the harbor? I guess those are the people who are going to be paying. I would have thought we'd be talking to the sorceress, but she's not the one giving us the money, so I suppose that does make sense. In Flotsam's town square, Geralt met some inhabitants protesting against a shopkeeper for selling dubious herbs. Okay, this is the one that we were seeing a moment ago. As you know, witchers and herbalists always meet aversion. Okay. Apparently, I knew that already. But in this case, it turned out a little different. The protesters' leader, Matilda Sabo, asked Geralt to make the shopkeeper close his business. Our hero used his diplomatic talents again. The witcher convinced the owner of the shop to close his stinking business, and then returned to Matilda Sabo to be rewarded for his efforts. Oh, right, we did get him to close the shop, and that probably explains why there was a closed door where we saw him earlier. But I'm not sure if we've actually talked to her since then. And I think these ones with the check marks are ones that we've already completed. So I won't bother to read those. But you are the person that presumably we need to talk to.
I see you've done it. Thank you on behalf of all Flotsam. Here's your reward.
Okay. I see that the quest is complete. I didn't see what the aforementioned reward was. Like, maybe going with the reward was. I mean, I assume it was a bunch of coins, but I don't think it was a lot. I have more coins than the last time you saw because I sold a bunch of stuff.
We don't need a witcher. What's it to me?
So I don't know if there were orens involved in that exchange, then there were not many of them. Also, I'm realizing there are some stairs up here. Oh! Sheila! I didn't really think we were gonna encounter you here. I thought we were going to find you when we ventured off with Triss. Also, I'm assuming those notes that we just picked up are significant. They're probably a quest item. Finely scribbled notes. Do tell more. It is beyond any doubt the same creature as that mentioned in accounts of old. The local bookseller's offer was surprisingly broad. I have investigated it as thoroughly as possible from afar. The monster is larger than I thought, and I will probably be unable to slay it on my own. Ah, okay, that's useful information to have. Because she was playing all... She's acting all high and mighty, like, oh, maybe I'll help, maybe I won't, but, you know, I'm gonna get to this thing before you, so, I mean... that is good to know that maybe she's not actually as confident as she's trying to make it seem as though she is. More research might help, but there is no time? Might a witcher suffice? Okay, so she was thinking she might have needed to get our help. Also, what the heck? I probably shouldn't have stepped on top of that, what I assume to be satanic ritual area.
Witcher, I've been awaiting.
Have you now?
We need to kill a monster that sinks boats.
Afraid?
No, but it seems you are.
But I suspect we'll need to draw it onto the shore.
Leave that to me.
I can't wait. I bet it's something spectacular.
Believe it. You'll do the
Alright,
honors.
The honors?
Once on the riverbank, you'll kill him, her, whatever.
Yes, you want me to do the killing. Also, I'm really hoping this isn't us basically skipping over a bazillion things and making it so that we're about to fight the Cavern, because I don't think we want to do that, given how we were supposed to do... We were supposed to get a trap to help us kill it, which probably would have been helpful, but may not really be necessary. We were supposed to go over with Triss and research it further, or find something about it to help us fight it. So to jump straight into things now, I would think we would be totally overwhelmed, and we might miss out on a lot of stuff. So I really hope we're not locking ourselves into this path at the moment. That's quite a question.
I never expected to see you at Laredo's.
Whereas I was sure you would show up there. The Commandant is terribly jealous about his small trading post. Anyone of import is summoned to hear him out sooner rather than later.
What did he want from you?
That is my concern, certainly none of yours. We're not a tandem, Geralt. We'll kill the K-Ran together, but that is all.
Alright. Yeah, and that satanic ritual thing that I just stepped on, what is it?
What's that?
I don't know if I would say that.
A megascope.
What does it do?
Many complicated magical operations. It allows me to communicate with other sorceresses, for instance.
Okay.
Did you find out where the Karen came from?
I didn't even try.
So I take it you know it was created by a mage.
I guessed as much. And what of it? Do you wish me to feel guilty, apologize for some madman? I don't intend to. How did you know it was a mage?
I didn't.
Just guessed. Ha ha ha. But now you have confirmed for us. Thank you very much.
If we're going to work together, we should get to know each other.
Is that so? Very well. Ask what you will.
Not sure where you were going with this. I mean, you do seem to have a rivalry with Triss. I suppose it is because you're both sorceresses, but tell more.
Are you and Triss friends?
Friends? Colleagues, I'd say. Acquaintances, perhaps. I know all the sorceresses in the north. We aren't that many in number, which is why we support one another.
That didn't seem like support that we were seeing earlier. Also, there was another avenue there, and we...
Did you find out where the Karen...
I didn't...
So I take it you know it...
I guessed... How did you know?
I didn't.
No, okay. No, I don't remember how we got to that conversation thread, but never mind then.
I'll be ready soon.
I certainly hope so.
I definitely won't be ready soon, and in fact, I hope that we will not fight the Karen anytime in the near future. But... we'll see if there's anything that forces us to do so. But with that, I think this is probably... a good place for us to stop this video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one.